I'm joined now by Roger Entner. He's the founder and lead analyst of Recon Analytics and Research. Roger, why is the White House doing this now? What has changed?
Well, what has changed is that we are at an important crossroad where whoever has the first 5G networks on a nationwide basis has an edge in developing the technologies that come from it. And whenever a country or a region fell behind and lost that leadership, a part of their industry has died. We've seen that here in the US. That was with 5G because the US fell behind in 2G. And so that's why the US no longer makes these kind of equipment. We saw it in Europe when they fell behind with 3G and all the handset manufacturers died there. In 4G, Japan lost that, and their domestic mobile internet basically was succumbing to what we now have here made by US companies, Apple and Google. So we will have the same thing with 5G, where it's actually a much bigger transformation than what we've seen with smartphones and applications.
Let me jump in here. How far is really the United States from the rest of the world? We understand South Korea has already become the first country to switch to a nationwide 5G network.
The US, in the US, we have 2 cities where Verizon launched it and 19 cities where AT&T has launched it, 5G. We will see that later on roll out in more places. We're currently all neck and neck because there are no phones yet available that work on 5G. And that is the mass adoption. Also, we haven't really seen, because the networks are not there yet, the breakthroughs that come with things called edge computing, where all the computing that happens currently on your phone will be done at a big data center nearby, and so what you have in your device actually becomes dramatically more powerful. We have all not seen these developments yet, and this is about the race to these developments, and whoever makes the first good solution here, it will be adopted globally. And that's why China is investing so much money into 5G too, because China has very successfully transitioned from being a consumer of Western innovations to a generator of innovation. And you have to give big credits to Huawei, for example, who are leading in the contributions to the 5G standard.
Well, you bring up a good point, Huawei, which has really been a major player in this industry. The US, of course, has been warning a number of other countries against adopting 5G systems from Huawei. They're citing security concerns. How much is what we saw today in these US initiatives about Huawei and pushing back?
Well, I think those are 2 different topics. We have still Ericsson and Nokia, as well as Samsung, as competing infrastructure providers, and they are the ones who are supplying it here to the United States. When we look at 4G, Huawei had about 30% market share. We expect Huawei's market share globally to increase to 50% when it comes to 5G. So it is a very important market. Huawei is very successful outside the United States, and it would be nice for Huawei to be able to compete and be successful in the United States, but Huawei does extremely well outside the US.
We'll leave it there. Roger Entner, thank you.